All right, friends, welcome back. We're talking about composition of reflections across parallel lines here. So what we're going to do is we are going to reflect this M across L and then again across M and see what happens and describe what happens. I think the easiest way to do this is to use some tracing paper. If you are doing this at home, you can use like wax paper or this is just parchment paper if you bake at all. And the thing that I want to do is we're going to make a little notch here on my line so that I can line this up when I go to flip it over. So what I'm going to do is use this like wax crayon to say M. And so you can see I've covered that M there, right? Now I want to reflect it across my L line and then across my M. So if I reflect it, I'm going to do a little bit harder here. Reflect it across that M. So all I'm going to do is flip and line it up just like I had, okay? Press down. Oh, as soon as I do that, it smears. But if I press down there, you can see that I have that M right there. Okay, cool. So that helps. Now we're going to use another one to reflect across this little M, right? So here's my M, and I'm going to line it up again. And this time I want to line it up with my line M here. So I'm going to use a little notch there. So what I'm going to do from here is draw my M on here. Draw my M. Well, it looks like a W now, but I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to flip it to right here. And then I'm going to press down so that it imprints it so that I can see it. It's really hard to see, but kind of a different way of doing that. Okay, so here's what we've got. It says find the new image and then describe the resulting translation or the rotation after reflecting across line L and then across line M. You'll see that what this did is it basically translated it down about twice the distance of the distance between L and M. So like L and M is this far, and it went about twice that distance because we also went from here and then I'm counting to the top here. So here, so it's about twice the distance of L and M, but it shifted it down, right? So we're gonna do the same thing with T. We're gonna go to L and then we're gonna go to M, and this time T is in the middle. So let's grab this guy. And we got T, we're gonna do L first. So here's our T. And then I'm gonna make a little notch there just so that I remember. Okay, I'm gonna take that guy, I'm gonna flip it over and make sure my notch lines up. Words are hard. Okay, rub it in there so that it's nice and good on there. Then you can faintly see it, it's right there. Okay, so there's my T. Now I gotta take this T and I'm going to reflect it across my M. So here is this guy. Let me line that up with my M. And I'm gonna take this T here and line it up with that guy. And I'm gonna take that and flip it all the way over like this. And when I do that, I get my T looking right there. Okay, so from that blue T to this T here, what has happened? In this case, we have gone from, it's gone across the line about twice this distance. So again, the distance between line M and L, this thing right here, it has gone about 2 times that length, right? So it went once and then it went another time. Okay, so what does this all mean? All of this means is essentially all we're boiling this down to is here. A composition of reflections in 2 parallel lines is just a translation. So if we're taking, and composition just means adding 2 things together, right? So if we're taking a translation and we're doing it twice, once on one parallel on one line and then on the line parallel to it, then it's just a translation. So we reflected on this one back up here. We reflected, but all it ended up being was a translation. And again, here we reflected, but all it really was from the original was just a translation, giving us that double distance there. Okay, so hopefully that helps clear that up. If you have any questions, let your teacher know. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.